Okay, so let's start out navigation fresh. I like new scene. We've been pushing buttons all day here, and I want to make sure everything's new. So let's go to File, New Scene, and if it says save, say don't save, and you'll see your compass. And if you don't, make sure you hit the space bar, and you'll see the 4. Look for the perspective one, put your cursor over the top of it, and hit space bar. Okay, so let's make that box. Remember in the last lesson I said turn this off. Can't stress that enough. And let's click there. That made a polycube just like last lesson. And let's hit 6 on the keyboard. 6 on the keyboard makes it gray. Well, it's really small and I want to kind of zoom in on it. How I do that is holding Alt and with my right mouse button, let's zoom into it. Okay, let's now rotate. Go to Alt, left mouse button, and you can rotate around it. Holding Alt and the middle mouse button, you can pan. Okay, so I'll use that word, pan. This is to pan the camera around. This is to rotate, and this is to scale. Okay, so get very accustomed to that. Navigation will stump you every time. Because if I want to go quickly, let's just take, for example, if I want to select something, don't do this. I have to quickly select something, and maybe I want to select something at the bottom. See, I always have to know how to rotate. And I always have to know how to zoom in on an area. So you'll see me quickly do this. So the best thing that you could do for yourself as a student is constantly keep adjusting things. Always be doing this when you're bored. Get used to it. Zoom in, scale out. All kinds of craziness. Let's say I lose touch with the wilderness and I lose the box altogether. If you do that, you can easily go to View, Frame All. Right back into the box. Okay? So, that's what I highly suggest you do, is work on your navigation skills every time you're in the class. And this is tweaking out a little bit because I'm having some video card issues. Good job, NVIDIA. That's why you'll see it flicker every once in a while when I'm doing this very quickly. Okay, so that's navigation. Now, up in this corner here, I have the way to jump into viewports very quickly using the compass. So let's jump into the y-axis by clicking on the green. Say Y is top. And you can see it's called top. But down here it says perspective. Always pay attention if you're using the compass to the compass. So top is now top. Let's say I want to go back to perspective. I would click the middle one. Bam. Okay, X, right. And you'll notice the opposite of X on the other side, left. All right, so every once in a while you'll see me in a different view, but it always is labeled perspective. If you see my compass, pay attention to it, not this. Also, you have a little compass down here that tells you where things are at, and you'll get more accustomed to 3D world and the XYZ coordinates as we go along. But for right now, just know that the perspective window is your friend for the first maybe lesson and a half. All right. Okay, so I guess that's all I think I covered. If you lose your compass, to go into camera settings and turn on said compass. But other than that, that is navigation in a nutshell. Enjoy.